I haven't.
You knew I tried.
Yes,
How?
I heard that you at one time contemplated doing locks. You started having consultations with the Rastafari Society.
Have you seen my hair?
About your membership?
Growing it very soon. You see.
Oh, really?
I'll go for Rasta.
But you've always been combing your hair, so how can you possibly get a Rasta?
I'll change.
Are you sure you'll be admitted in the courts?
It's a process. When I go through the initiation, I'll get
Are you sure the court will admit you after going through that route?
Get the radio cross.
Just like that.
One of my grandmothers once said that nipa mpamani. Amani and penny pan.
Nipa de pamani. You go looking for trouble.
Peace, you don't like. But did you watch the Black Stars yesterday?
Yes, I did, my brother.
What's your initial reaction?
I've said quite a lot about it this morning, but the only thing I'll say is Otto has built.
Did you see his hands on the team?
Yes.
You could see something?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I could see a clear pattern.
Yeah. Of
Black
play.
Stars want to play a certain way.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid of making the changes. And people are praising Jordan Ayew, but I think credit should go to Otto.
Yeah.
Yes.
For making that decision to put him in the number 9 position.
Absolutely. It's not something that you just do. You did.
In fact,
have the
vision.
yesterday.
And since you made this point, it struck me. Let's use a minute for this so we can go to court. When Kamaldeen was substituted for Semenyo, my instinct was that Jordan will move to the left. But that didn't happen. Yeah. Semenyo actually moved to the left. And Fatal stayed on the right. Jordan still stayed up front.
And Jordan,
in the number 9 position.
after the game,
had said that he was mostly played out of position.
And the coach was right.
Yeah.
Sometimes within the training section, you see one or two things and you know that this is it.
Yeah.
Kudos to Otto. We want to see
Lord Kenya.
Yes. Now, Black Stars, you know that when they go down, they will still have the never say die spirit.
Because think about it. He always has an eye for goal.
Absolutely.
Always has an eye for goal. You know?
He did. And yesterday, I prefer that he always silenced his critics on the pitch.
Yeah.
As
he does the
yesterday.
talking on the pitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's all we want as from a footballer.
That's all.
Just do your talking on the pitch. Leave the
Everybody's
rest for
happy
the
for
and
you.
And the fans in Kumasi yesterday.
Exciting.
I wonder the day we'll get the Black Stars match in Accra to watch. Because what they have shown.
I'm not sure it will happen.
Based
on what you told me here at the Popular Stand, I doubt if you get that in Kumasi in Accra anytime soon.
No, this one is a club level. At the club level,
share.
It is the same thing.
I have been at the stadium when Ghana is playing match. The things you hear, the things you hear. Quiet. The things you go hear. No.
It is well.
Anyway. All right, now let's talk about what happened in the courts yesterday. Of course, I think the biggest talking point was the commissioning of the Law House by the President, the Chief Justice, and the Attorney General, as well as the President of the Ghana Bar Association.
Yes.
You were there. Talk to us about what happened.
All those who matters in government and in acting in position now were present. So all the people in the justice delivery sector, the President was there, the Attorney General was there, the Chief Justice was there, President of the Ghana Bar Association was there, and of course everybody who played a role except those from my NDC that I didn't see any notable face there. But of course a screen that they projected showed the former Attorney Generals from Marietta Bruapri-Alpon, Gloria Akufo,
their contributors.
Absolutely, all the contribution that they made, it came to it. But yesterday, clearly, the building were told that for the past 24 years, it's been on, and the role that the Attorney General Godfred Yabua played was also highlighted and all that. But one call, this year is an election year. 2024 is an election year, and the President, as part of his call yesterday, he made a direct response to former President John Dramani Mahama for calling him a clearing agent. He said, no, all my actions or decisions that I take are backed by a law, and all that has happened. But one call that he's made is that going into the 2024 election, he's assuring Ghanaians of a peaceful and an election that will be free and fair. So let's take and listen to what Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo said when he was commissioning the Law House project.
All right.
I want to use the opportunity of this platform to reassure the Ghanaian people that the law enforcement agencies of the state, including the Office of the Attorney General, will do all within their power to ensure that law and order prevail in the country at all times, especially during this critical election year. We will not allow the peace, security, and stability of the nation, which have made Ghana a beacon of democracy on the African continent, to be compromised on the altar of the ambitions of any political party or presidential candidate. It will not happen. The laws on our statute books, including those on vigilantism, will be strictly and vigorously enforced to preserve the peace and tranquility of the country. We owe that to the good people of Ghana, who've demonstrated so consistently and openly their deep attachment to peaceful democratic values.
So that's the president.
Yes, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So when the president speaks like this, you get a sense that Ghanaians at least have some hope to come, isn't it? Peaceful, and they say any political party that will try to foment troubles will be dealt with. But the same president is saying that he will make sure that he hands over to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So
that is his wish.
that's his wish. Okay.
That's his wish.
So that is clearly.
But the people of Ghana will
context.
decide.
Absolutely. Okay. So that's
Whether they agree with him
or not. Election day will tell us.
Yes.
Now, the Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu Afanti, right?
Yes.
Yes. She was also there. And she said, look, we've seen a lot to have this beautiful edifice. We want to see more, like Oliver Twist. So we want to see a lot more of such facilities around. So the Chief Justice was also there speaking, was acknowledging the fact that, look, facilities or projects of this nature, government has done a lot. And also once upon a time took time to commend the Attorney General for the agency, for the zeal to be able to push on to ensure that funds were released for the completion of this very project. So the Chief Justice has also been speaking. You can hear.
We are still left with providing fitting locations for the several needs of professionals in the justice delivery chain. And I am hoping that sooner than later, we will be having another beautiful edifice close by to house the Council for Law Reporting, to house Legal Aid Commission, the Law Reform Commission, the Legal Service Board, and all of the agencies that feed into providing justice to this dear nation of ours.
All right.
So, as the Chief Justice Gertrude Saki Tokonu, she said, well, we want more for the other agencies. You know, under the Attorney General, about 7 agencies along, and some of them are what she has mentioned. And this very burden, we are told that the drafting and then the prosecutorial unit of the Attorney General and some others will be using that one. So, it means some of the agencies, they have to look for office. And legal aid especially will now, according to the Attorney General, will have to be using the now soon to be old office of the Attorney General. That's where they go. Let's listen to the man himself, Godfred Yeboah-Adame, the Attorney General. What exactly he's been saying? He said, look, we can't have this nice edifice without technology. He said, technology information system ought to be the day.
Distinguished guests, last night as I looked in admiration at how orderly and almost bare the desk in my new office looked, and those of you who are quite close to me know that I like spaces, big spaces. I quickly remembered that in less than a day, mountains of file will clutter my desk. Without a doubt, we must move away from this unhealthy situation. We cannot have a modern legal service without a fully functional, digitized working environment. Thus, a significant phase in the creation of the modern legal service I speak about is the operationalization of an integrated information management system for the Office of Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, or a fully digitized operation of the office. A complete electronic management of all records at the office is non-negotiable. We cannot allow paper to clutter our working environment and destroy the beauty of what we have achieved with this law house.
So, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Adame clearly saying that digitalization or the office will now have to go digital, so that we catch up with the modernity. Yeah, so that's
and
what.
modern times.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's basically what he has also been saying. And one person who was also there is Yao Achampomboaf.
Mhm.
You know who is?
That's the GBA
The
president.
GBA president. So he has also been speaking. And one call that he made is when you have such facilities around, what is the major issue that you're going to have after such a nice facility?
Mm.
Maintenance culture.
Mhm.
He said, look, we need to ensure that maintenance culture is put to bear to ensure that we protect this facility, not only this one, any other facility in this country, to ensure it serves the purposes for which it was meant for. Let's hear the GBA president, Yao Achampomboaf.
We at the Ghana Bar Association make this unhappy observation, which is that contemporary history of our dear nation is replete with many similar huge projects that have unfortunately fallen into state of disrepair and even fallen into the ruins for lack of maintenance culture. We therefore expect this building and the likes of it to be properly and diligently maintained, going against the grain of the lack of maintenance culture of government buildings in this country. However, it should not be only about buildings. Similar zeal, efforts, and resources should be directed in building the capacities, skills, and training of state attorneys in global best practices to make them more competitive.
That's the GBA president.
Yeah, Achampomboaf. So he also added his voice to that particular edifice and said, look, we need to employ the best maintenance culture to ensure the best for the building.
All right.
Yes.
Let's now look to what's coming up today in our courts, Murtala. We've already dealt with, yes, with the matter of the law house that's been commissioned. But the JB Dankwa killer trial, what's become of it?
Yes, so this case came on yesterday. And I told you about the fact that we're expecting Daniel Esiedu, aka Sexy Don, to continue with his evidence in chief. But unfortunately, the jurors are still not back from or they haven't called off their strike.
Don't sort them out so that this case can
The
go on.
allowances have not been. So since 16th May, that they declared strike is still on. So if you don't pay our allowance, we are not coming. And they said
the
that
case continues to hang.
yes, so all the cases that require their services are hanging now. So it's just an adjournment. So JB will have to come back on July 1 to see if by then the case or the jurors will be back from there.
What about the announced case?
Yes, Anyas Nanchichi. So it is based on the announced number 12 that Nyantichi was charged, or he has been charged together with Abdullah Al Hassan, and not the regional representative of the FA at the time. And yesterday, Mr. Nyantichi was in court. His lawyers, led by Bafo Jehu Bonsotia, who was holding brief for Tadosoi, was also present, but the prosecution was not present. The court presided over by Justice Marie-Louise Simmons looked at the situation and said, look, the court has inquired about what has become of the appeal, and the indication is that initially they had challenges of transferring the documents to the court of appeal. Now, every document has been printed, it left with some few attachments, then it is fully transferred to the court of appeal where a date will be fixed for the case to be heard. So the court is saying that until that is done, it cannot truncate, till the trial when there's a pending case before a court higher than the high court. The court had initially said that prosecution is delaying and the court is minded to discharge the accused person. Anytime they are ready, they can go back to them. The court is also looking at the possibility of discharging them, then there will be a rearrest and order. The court is saying, let's wait for the court of appeal to decide. And what the court of appeal is deciding on is the order for Anas to unveil his face or show his face to Nyantechi in chambers before he comes to open court to testify. They are challenging that. So the court said, let's wait, and then the case has been adjourned to the 10th of July.
All right. Okay, to today's cases, the Men's Gold case, where are we on that?
Yes.
And what are we to expect?
For a while now, that case, many have not heard anything about it. What we expect today before Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapah, Justice of the Court of Appeal sitting as an additional High Court judge, is that the parties, the defense and the prosecution, will have 20 minutes each. That was the directive given by the court at the last court adjournment, that they will address the court on submission of no case. You notice that prosecution have closed their case. They called 8 witnesses. Now the court is deciding as to whether or not a prima facie evidence has been established by the witnesses of the prosecution who have testified, for which reason number one would be required to open his defense. If the court finds that there's a prima facie, Anas will be ordered to open his defense. But if the court finds that there's no prima facie evidence, the witnesses have said nothing at all in their testimonies that they have given, then of course, I don't know why I keep saying Anas. Now one, Nana Apia Mensa.
Nia Bibi one ho.
Your friend say?
Nia Bibi one ho.
Nana Apia Mensa.
Girl snip and one. Nia Bibi one ho.
Okay.
Penny and I know the Nia no bonyo.
Yes, I don't bonyo. Okay.
Could we guitar play that song for him?
Oh, really?
Mammy between. Oh, you're
no, Mammy between.
Yes,
it's part of the.
Yes.
I told you yesterday. I was telling you that there's not a single song I can sing from beginning to end.
Okay.
So the only part I can remember is Mammy between. So when you sing the other parts, that this one like.
Don't John Cena. Okay, you. That's fine.
So number one will be in court today. Then the court will decide. So it's either the court will hear them and rule on it because it's been a while. The court might have read through all the submissions that they have filed, or the court will fix a date for the ruling on submission of the case. So we'll find out more when the case is called this morning.
All right. The ambulance trial.
Yes.
That's got everybody interested.
The whole of for the past 2 weeks.
This has been the biggest talking point. What are we to expect today?
So today we expect the audio to be played, and also we expect lawyers of Dr. Kasiela to also conclude their cross-examination of Mr. Jakpa. Then the Attorney General will also take over from there. So before Justice Ifiasewa Saribuchi, also a justice of the Court of Appeal sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, today we expect the ambulance case to come. We expect the audio, the controversial audio tape, to be tendered and played in open court, and then the court will make further directive. And of course, the lawyers of Dr. Kasiela per the indications, are likely to conclude their cross-examination. Then the Attorney General will also take its end from there. So that's what we expect in relation to this very case.
I see. That's for that matter. All right. The other issue to also consider today will be the matter of Cecilia Dapa's mates.
Yes.
Right? What
Patience
are we to expect?
Butchie, Sarah Eje, Malik Dauda, Benjamin Sowa, Christiana Echap, and then 2 others. Yes. So there are 7 in all, and they have pleaded not guilty to stealing and then dishonestly receiving and all that. The trial has begun. The husband of Madam Cecilia Dapa is still in a witness box. He's done with evidence in chief. Your evidence in chief.
And that's Daniel Osekufu.
Daniel Osekufu, yes.
Okay.
Your evidence in chief means that what you know, you want to tell the court, you've come to say it. Now, lawyers of Sarah J, the first house help, 30 years, have cross-examined him. So today is the turn of Benjamin Sowa to also cross-examine, third accused person, to also cross-examine Mr. Daniel Osekufu, who is the husband of Madam Cecilia Dapa. So before Justice Marie Louise Simmons, Criminal Court 2, this matter is coming up in the afternoon, and they will know. At the last court sitting, the case didn't happen, but today we expect that to continue. And then after the husband, Madam Cecilia Dapa herself will also come to court and testify in relation to this matter. So
the last case that you were keeping an eye on.
You look very.
It's on the car that is parked at the High Court complex.
Which car?
The white
Whose
Honda
car?
Civic.
Is that your car?
Adabla.
Hey, I haven't forgotten about it. Yeah, just remind me.
Really?
Yes.
But what case are we talking about?
So you're talking about the former National Service person, Deborah Sarah Madabla,
Okay.
and then banker, and there's Christine Makun. That case became a whole lot of issue
Yeah, man.
in this country, and
It was
it
a
has
big case.
popularly become a case that's been referred to as side chick.
The side chick case.
Yes, so she said the last time to me that we should stop referring to her as a side chick.
Okay.
Because she's
So what
not-
should we refer
she's
to her
not
as?
a side chick. Her name is Deborah Seram Adabla.
What was she to the man?
I told her that one social media. Me, I cannot. I don't have control over that. The control I have over is what the court said, and I'm reporting exactly.
So what did the court describe her as?
She's an applicant.
Okay.
She's a plaintiff in the matter.
Okay.
So the court finds that the action that she brought to court is an immoral act, and the one that the judiciary cannot be called upon to endorse it because society frowns on that. So that's one that led to the entire application or the entire rate anyway struck out as one that raises no reasonable cause of action. But of course, there's an issue of vehicle in contention. And then when the processes were being served on her, we were told that she slapped some police officers and all that. So that issue had become an issue that they are dealing. So the lawyers have subpoenaed some of the police officers or the investigators or the officers who went and served that processes on him. Some, one of them is in the witness box testifying, but the person they are looking for is those from the anti-terrorism unit. They say they went there directly and they have confrontation with. So they want those people in court. The police diary of action has been tendered in evidence to tell whatever they recorded in relation to this whole matter. So today, before Justice John Bosco Nabarese, that case is coming on, and we'll know what will become of it after. So even though the substantive matter has been dismissed as one that raises no reasonable cause of action, the contention of the property in question, which is the vehicle, is still a subject matter yet to be determined. So that is what we expect to happen today in relation to this very case.
All right. So that's on the matter of Madam Sarah
Adabla. That you prefer to call her side chick.
No,
she said she's not
no,
a side chick.
that's in the title case for that matter for a long time. Side chick case, side chick case. What case are we talking about? Side chick case.
Adabla. We're talking about Adabla.
Adabla case.
Yes.
Okay, so Adabla Nimakun case.
Yes, Adabla.
Adabla Nimakun.
Yes. If you look at the title.
So is it Adabla versus Nimakun?
If you look at the title of the case,
Yeah.
Deborah Seram Adabla versus Ernest Kwesi Nimakun. Simplicity.
So Adabla versus Nimakun.
Yes, that is all.
Okay.
Don't mention side chick again.
Really?
Because I can't even
But,
lead any.
but what was she
I
to
don't
the
know.
man?
You and I
We're not there. No problem. Okay, I hear you.
Okay, right.
Murtala, thank you so much for the updates from the courts and what's to come today.
Absolutely.
So certainly, updates will be given on
Midday.
midday, and also in our subsequent bulletins right here
All right.
on Star 103.5 FM. There is a matter that has come up this morning that is worth